Alright, so boom. I went from disrespecting this man to now I'm gonna give him some praise because he do got some songs that I like. Again, DaBaby is a pretty even artist to me. I like 27 out of the 53 songs that I listen to. And for this video, I'm going to show y'all those 27 songs that I liked. If you want to hear the songs that I don't like by DaBaby and what I think his worst songs are, then check out the worst songs video linked in the description and pinned comment. But getting straight to it, there are no songs in the guilty pleasure tier as DaBaby only has one song that I think sucks, and I discussed that in the whack tier already. So we're going to the decent tier. And we actually have more songs in this tier than we do in the fire tier. For the next few minutes, I'm going to show you guys 15 tracks that I like by DaBaby, but I wouldn't say any of these are great songs. It's very easy to get bored listening to this man's music, but sometimes he do be hitting, and I'll give these 15 songs a pass.
I just got a DM from your best friend, and you mad, I know, yeah.
So DaBaby has a song on his mixtape Blank Blank called Best Friend, which is the exact same song as this. The only difference here is that he added a Rich the Mid verse at the end of it. DaBaby samples SSXTentacion's hook from his song Sad, so instead of saying, I'm sad, I know, yeah, I'm sad, I know, yeah, he flips it into talking about smashing a bad bitch that he's been with, which is a major repetitive topic in his music, and then says how the best friend of his girl is starting to hit him up too. And he energetically sings, I just got a DM from your best friend, and you mad, I know, yeah, you mad, I know, yeah. This song is cool, but if you had to choose one, I recommend the solo version that doesn't have Rich the Mid. My neck's so sick, I need some soup. One of the weakest flexing bars on this whole album.
Show some of you niggas how to grind about the hole. Then I tied you in with me, go, then I got you another.
Although I enjoy the song, I honestly think Kevin Gates' verse did not match at all. He sounded fine on it, but the song is about DaBaby denying claims that just because he's collabed with some pop artist and becoming more mainstream, he's still a street dude at the end of the day. So don't think nothing is soft with him. He'll still smash your girl and beat your ass if you try to test him. And then Kevin's whole verse is about him being part of the drug cartel, how he be selling cocaine in Mexico and how much work he be moving. And because of his ties, he can show you how to pop in the drug game and move your own work. This whole verse just feels like it should be on a different song to me.
They wanna know if he can rap, I tell him really. Tell my bitches call me cause I done finally got a million. Let's go.
This is actually one of the better verses I heard from Stunna 4 Vegas. I still don't fuck with dude, but this verse on Really had me going, okay. Full time. In a strange way, this feels like a Stunna song to me because for DaBaby, all he talks about is the same thing for the millionth time. Having a baddie with a nice ass that he can make clap, yada, yada, yada. So Stunna was a welcome change this time around.
I know my old bitch miss me.
I wasn't disliking this song when I was listening to it. I think sad shit is fine. His singing on some moments is still bad. I stand by what I said and my rappers being trash at singing video about his singing here. But overall, I thought hearing DaBaby talk about how he knows his girl misses him after a breakup, but even with his tough guy persona, he gotta admit that he misses her too and that he's heartbroken about it. I think it's cool.
As I forgot to mention, I'm just a nigga with a broken heart trying to find my way back home.
I really enjoyed this music video with B. Simone. I was actually heavily invested in the story and such. So real good job on the music video and this Western sounding production. But the second half of the first verse and then the second verse entirely of this song is a huge disappointment to me. In the chorus, DaBaby is talking about how even though he's rich and successful, he still has to keep a gun on him because he's a black man. How he has so many supporters, but as soon as he does something wrong, everybody turns on him and acts like he's the bad guy. In the first half of the first verse, he then talks about having a woman that he eventually had to break it off with because he was more focused on getting to the money and trying to level up. Like, this could have been fire with him rapping about how he navigates through the hate and fakeness in his life on a mental level. But then immediately for the rest of the song, he goes right back to super basic DaBaby, having a bad bitch that swallows, I'm still a pimp, so I'm gonna try to holler at her best friend at some point. Like, this song could have been way better than it is if he didn't resort to such a basic topic.
Don't need no, still I be fucking on her with no condo. That's how she told me she wanted.
These next two songs I'm about to talk about are both songs where DaBaby got saved by the production. Like, the only reason I like them is because of the nice production and there are some nice melodies too. But Kirk himself barely does anything on the track. First up is No Condom. This song makes me mad because this would be in the whack tier if it didn't have a soothing beat. Like, Jetson helped DaBaby a lot with this. The entire thing is less than 2 minutes, and it's just him saying that although he doesn't want kids, he still loves to smash hoes with no condom because the girl said that that's what she wants, and because she be telling DaBaby that she loves him. And yeah, I'm not joking. This song is dumb as hell, but I really like the combination of the beat and the melodies over it. Even though the lyrics are ridiculous, I like this one. This production was literally a blueprint for DaBaby to make a super good song. And he did not really deliver. He did okay on here, and it was super underwhelming. This beat itself is great, and the singing on the hook is nice too. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. But the song as a whole, he doesn't really say anything on here. This song just feels empty of content. And the saddest part about it, this is one of the best songs from this album. Going from worst song to best song still is in the top half on Baby 2. And yet the only enjoyment you're going to get is from the production and the melodies.
I'm thinking about taking it out. It's all the pop shit with my grill in. I can't let it fuck up my flow.
As the very first song I had to listen to for this ranking, I wasn't blown away, but I did go, okay, the song is cool. The production from Sean the First I thought was cool, and I really like some of the auto-tune background vocals that they did for DaBaby. Like, he has particular parts where he goes, ooh. It sounds like the same effects the Migos be having on their songs. It's a decent track about even if he didn't have money or material possessions, he would still be a real nigga from Charlotte, cause that ain't never gonna change about him.
Bitch ass nigga. And bitch, you know ain't no stopping no nigga like me. Bitch, you know ain't no stopping no nigga like me.
I would put this song in the same category as Taking It Out. They're both cool little energetic openers to a DaBaby album. Nothing too fancy, but if you need a straight couple of verses by him that shows his personality and has a nice hook, then this song works for that.
I ain't got time for to keep no hoe. I don't really got no feeling. Really got rich and got to keep my soul.
Now see, a song like this was a track that could have easily been considered a skip if it didn't have catchy elements to it. Because the entire track is just about earning money and thumbing through the hundreds. But I like the elements on the Jetson beat, and I like how instead of normally saying, really got rich, got to keep my soul, he sings it instead. Really got rich, got to keep my soul. So yeah, I like this one.
I was trying to tell him I was special as a chick. I still overpower on the nigga, make him get out, get out.
This song has one of the best intros ever to a DaBaby track. These bass thumps at the very beginning with the Weezy out here tag sounds fire.
Baby, Weezy out here, Weezy out here. Let's go.
I don't really care for the chorus or the first verse, but DaBaby's flow on his second verse is absolutely clean, dog. I would give him hella props for going off in that verse. Police ain't know me, they don't want to see me bubble. Pretty ass smile like my mother, all the nigga know is hustle, multi-million-dollar nigga, gotta stay about the trouble. I'm the realest nigga and they let me talk about it. That's hard. This second verse is one of the best verses I've heard by him, period.
Call of Duty, pass the stick, gotta do him, crash the whip. I just sent them on the drill, yeah.
I will admit that the flow he uses on this song is more playful than usual. It just sounds silly hearing someone rap gun bars like Call of Duty, pass the stick, gotta do 'em, crash the whip. This is similar to Drop That Disc from the same album in that it's only about 80 seconds long and it's 80 seconds of nothing really. It's just a song about I got shooters with me like Call of Duty. I can send them out on a hit and I'm gonna know they do their job right when I see it on the news. This song is really a bunch of nothing, but it doesn't annoy me as much as his other songs.
While he drive me around, I be blowing up pressure. I'm chilling backseat with the iron, bitch.
DaBaby had the #1 best cypher verse in his 2019 SXL freshman class, but I will admit that the beat DJ Scheme gave the freshman was better than this beat that Producer 20 gave Baby. If you rock with his SXL cypher verse, you'll probably rock with this too, like me, because the rapping on it is still nice. But I would recommend just going to listen to the cypher because the beat is better on that one.
You bitch ass niggas ain't, man, coward ass niggas ain't. What these coward ass niggas ain't made it like, baby.
DaBaby doesn't really end his albums on strong songs for real. Out of his 4 album closers, I like 3, but I will only say 1 is good. XXL and Don't Let 'Em Lie are just cool. This one is directly made to his daughters, and he's telling them that as they get older, don't ever let anyone tell them that DaBaby wasn't a real one that cared about them. There's so many people trying to tarnish his name that he feels that people are going to feed his daughter lies and try to make it seem like he was a bad father. He also raps to the children of his deceased brother and says to them, your father was a real one and so am I. We made sure nothing ever happened to y'all and we want y'all to keep the Kirk family name alive and strong. In terms of subject matter, this is great. I just really don't like the beat that much, and that's why it's in the decent tier.
I'm all in your shit, nigga. Yeah, thugging it out. Feet on the couch. Like I pay the rent, nigga.
This track is only a minute long, so it's quick and straight to the point. DaBaby is talking hella reckless about taking a dude's girlfriend, and he's naming all of the disrespectful stuff he's doing afterwards. He's smashing yo girl now. Yo girl gave him the keys to yo house, so now DaBaby's chilling in yo living room with his feet up like he lives there. And he's saying, hey, if you got an issue with what I'm doing, you can either deal with it, or if you're trying to scrap, what's up then? Because you know the type of person I am. Deal with it is very short, but it's a cool little let me talk my ish kind of track. We are at the fire tier. This man has 12 songs that I think are fire. The only people I've done a song ranking video on who had less than 12 fire songs were Polo G, who had 11, and then the lowest amount of songs ever in the fire tier was Roddy Ricch, who had 10. So yeah, DaBaby doesn't have a lot of good songs to me. He's a really mid artist a lot of the time, but y'all let me know in the comments what's y'all favorite DaBaby songs, if y'all have any. But these 12 songs right here, oh yeah, I rock with these the most.
Yeah, verse 2, that nigga from the other side. And I do it myself whenever I ride, you know that my brothers ride.
Since it came out, this has always been one of DaBaby's best songs. His #1 best song, probably. This entire song is much more personal because he made this after the loss of his father. So rapping about how he could barely celebrate having a successful first album and pretty much all the riches and love he was getting, period. It felt bittersweet because he lost his pops right after he got all of that. This is a song that's so nice that you're surprised that the artist is even capable of making it. To this day, you can hear intro and go, wow, DaBaby made this?
Baby, 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 she ain't fucking you.
Speaking of wows, wow, I was very surprised that I enjoyed this song. I was playing this track like, hey, yo, this song is nasty and freaky as hell, but they all killed this. I cannot lie. DaBaby wasn't mid for once. Megan's badass was talking her shit. And then Ashanti singing Beautiful as always. First of all, Ashanti has always been one of my biggest celebrity crushes. That woman is gorgeous as hell. So for a very sexual song like this, I was happy to hear her on it. My celebrity crushes are Ashanti, Faith Evans, and then it's Oprah.
No time for no hoes and no friends. No time for no hoes and no friends.
This song is absolutely great, dog. I can't believe I've never heard this before. This was a track that was instantly fire tier the moment I heard it. After the first run through, I went, yo, this is nice. This production is so smooth. It was made by Young Glenn and by Maddox. For Maddox, this is the only song he produced for the album. And Young Glenn had one other song he co-produced, which was Tupac. So I was bummed that these two didn't produce another song together on this project after hearing Celebrate. It's a track about how people are cool with you when you're down bad in the hood, but when you come up, they want to switch up on you and start asking for stuff all the time. They act like you're the bad guy if you don't want to give them anything. Newer people that you meet try to leech off of you. So DaBaby is saying, I don't got time to celebrate with y'all new hoes or y'all new friends. If I wasn't already close friends with you before the deal, then you can get on somewhere. I just love his singing on here. No time for no hoes and new friends. No time for no hoes and new friends, yeah. I can't recommend this song enough. I think a lot of y'all will rock with this if y'all listen to it on your own.
Niggas ain't hard, but they act that hard.
Now I won't lie, DaBaby got insanely carried by the production here. This is similar to what I said about Steel and No Condom that I had in a decent tier, but for Act That Hard, it's a whole nother level. This beat is phenomenal, but when it comes to DaBaby's performance, he barely does anything. I think his singing on the hook is nice, but that's pretty much it. This song is generic as hell in terms of his typical flow and his lyrics. I'm shitting on these niggas, I'm an ass. Like I admitted, this production is lovely though, and he's heavily saved by it.
And I ain't nothing like your last. Look, I ain't nothing like your last nigga, you bugging, I run it up.
Okay, A Boogie, I'ma just have to put as one of those dudes where he's in the only good when he's a featured artist category. Because after making my Am I Sleeping video on him and listening to his solo music, I went, oh hell no, you can keep this dude. But I love the way he sounded on here. This song truthfully has nothing special about it lyrically. It's one of those songs that's good because of how well the melodies match the spacey production. Both Baby and Boogie have some really entertaining melodic parts on here.
Tell him that I know that he creeping with that hoe. That's why I'm fucking that nigga that I be calling my bro.
Yo, this song sounds exactly like something that would be on Pink Friday too. Like for everybody listening to this video that has heard that album, check out iPhone by Nicki and DaBaby. You cannot tell me that throughout the entirety of Nicki's part that this couldn't be on that project. especially because Nicki has admitted that Pink Friday 2 got songs on it that were made years ago. But iPhone has both artists rapping about not being happy in their current relationship, so they're already thinking about other options. DaBaby is planning on making his side piece his main piece. Nicki is thinking about how she has so many men admiring her that if her dude continues acting up, she can very easily find someone else, which she already plans to do. It's one of those toxic songs, but it sounds really good to me.
I'm going baby on baby. That nigga a bitch. He think he a gangster. He probably still slanging 380.
The flutes on this production strongly help this song sound as good as it does. Jetson was on one with Going Baby. This beat alone puts this over a lot of his other songs. The rhymes from DaBaby are going to be the exact same things you've always heard, so don't expect anything different. And I guess he was trying to make this a slang term, because when asked what the meaning of this song is, he described it as whenever you're doing something to the best of your abilities or doing it to the best it can be done. I describe that as going baby. Instead of saying you going dumb or you going stupid, we say you going baby. This is stupid as hell, honestly, and I'm pretty sure no one has ever said that, but at least he tried, and the song sounds really good.
Before a nigga came up, they was waiting on baby to blow.
Now, this sounds like one of the songs where DaBaby actually tried on it. My goodness, damn near everything on Baby 2 sounded like random ass freestyle verses that he just threw together and called it a track. But That's Why I Creep, he speaks more personally on blog sites and article writers trying to ruin his reputation, saying how y'all was looking at me before like I was some perfect individual, but I'm not, nobody is. Y'all was already messing with my money by talking about my music, but when y'all writing stuff about my personal life, it's very disrespectful. You could look at this as a sympathy song because it does feel like he's talking from a, hey, can y'all let up on me? This is really starting to affect me now type of tone. But he says on this track that this is the pressures you have to deal with when it comes to being famous. You might have to get used to his singing on the chorus, but overall, I was very surprised when I got to That's Why I Creep. I didn't think he was capable of making good songs by this point.
Georgia, I cannot give you a dime. It ain't like Atlanta, I came out of Charlotte, you know that shit took me some time.
Apparently, Back In was supposed to be the final song on Baby, but he added Walker Texas Ranger as the final track at the last minute. And I'm glad he did that because this album only has 4 good songs on it, and this is one of them. I like how he got more personal with some of his bars on this track, saying how he's going to react when he wins his first Grammy, how so many labels have been contacting him for a deal, and if no one gives him the right price, he'll rather go back to hustling, how much he lives for his daughter. I heard this track and went, okay, so he can be meaningful when he tries to be.
She gon' make me play. Oh, and Lord knows I will.
My man Aunt Hams always can sing. Aunt Hams is one of my favorite singers, and doing a song with DaBaby felt like the most random collaboration ever, but it still turned out to be good to me. Blank is a little storytelling track about DaBaby mentioning he's going through so much stuff mentally that sometimes he just needs a little boo thing to chill with. Unfortunately for him, the girl that he's seeing has a man who's much older than her, and after he's been gone for a long time, the boyfriend randomly pops back up at the house when the girl and DaBaby are smashing. Aunt Hams plays the role of the older boyfriend, and he's singing about how he's so pissed off about getting cheated on that he's about to lose his mind. Blank is a dope track. I really don't see the issue with this.
Straight off the rip, you know I don't wait for the drop. The rip. I go out to eat with my kids and my mama, you know I ain't dating no kindness.
Now this has always been my favorite song from DaBaby. After finding more fire tracks, especially one like Celebrate, that might be my new favorite. But before making this video, Off the Rip was always number 1 for me. The fun energy of this track has always caught my attention. The bounciness of the production be having me rocking. Off the Rip is a more energetic version of Suge to me. Cause y'all saw that I had Suge in the Not For Me tier. I'm taking Off the Rip over that song any day. This is one of those records that when you know all of the words to it, it's so fun to rap it back. I'm hitting this hoe in the low, she fucking me hard, she said it hurt nigga soft, why you talking so low? Cause if a nigga find out he try me, I'm knocking the nigga off. I'm riding past 12, flying too fast as hell, flicking the nigga off. I'm revving the gas, burning out on niggas ass, I'm showing my ninja off. Ah!
Brand new Lamborghini, fuck a cop car. With a pistol on my hip like I'm a cop.
Man, this song ran the summer of 2020. Not just the most popular rap song, this was the most popular song in the country, period, for several weeks. You couldn't escape Rockstar that year. And that's a good thing because it's actually a really nice song. I love my Glock like a rock star would love his guitar. I always keep it with me, but I'll pull that chop out quick too. This beat by Seth in the Kitchen, along with DaBaby's melody, has always been a smooth listen. Even with the second verse by the Young Thug clone, me personally, I can do without. Honestly, I think this song would be better if there was a second DaBaby verse instead of this other dude, but it's fire regardless and definitely deserves the praise as one of Jonathan's best songs.
Outro, outro.